Legacy is not what you leave behind. It's what you build now. I'm 30 years old or 30 plus years old now. And I would say that I think you've heard this saying that I saw it in a social media post that don't give advice if your age doesn't start with 3, right? And I think that's whether it's true or not, whether you believe it or not, it's truer because when you step into the 30 plus age, it brings you that feeling. Of course, there's going to be pressure at what you have accomplished and compared to others, all this stuff, and what are the things that you regret to, what are the opportunities that you should be living right now in your age. And in our 30s, whether you're 30s or not, in our generation today, by the way, it seems like, physically, I see some posts, and I'm pretty sure some of us can relate, right? When you enter your, I think, 20s or 22s or even 18s or 19s, depending on what's your lifestyle. But there are some people that is experiencing some body aches, like lower back, knees already. It's like they feel like they're in the 30s, right? And it's funny because it shouldn't be that way. I think on the other perspective of that, besides talking about how are we in our physical state, it's also the challenges, the problems, the stresses that we are dealing with in life, right? I think, of course, it depends if you are married at that early age, but just the amount of problems in life that is available to you once you enter your, I think, 18 and above, right? It's compared to a earlier generation, and wherein if you are in your 20s, you feel young still. Right now, you don't feel that way. If you're in 20s, you feel like you're in 30s. But connecting to that, seems like in terms of, because I usually, of course, I take care of myself. I get disciplined to myself, but I have some moments, I have some seasons or chapters in my life wherein I could have done better. And we all have. We could have done better. We could have do these things. I know it's gonna sound like, and there's no mistakes, just lesson learned. There's no regrets. You just need to learn the lessons that you've learned in that season. But there's this other dynamic as well, wherein you could have opted into, seek wisdom to others before deciding this. You could have been more accountable. You could have chose, you have the responsibility or take ownership of the people that is around you in that particular season of your life. All this stuff, it boils down to your choices, because we all know that we have, study says, I think there's thousands of decisions we made just in a day, and we are responsible to that, right? And with that, since we have this free will, or we have this responsibility on our own, we are also responsible if it's really regrets that we need to that we can ponder to, that you could have do this or do that, but what I'm talking about is we can, you can choose to regret that stuff. It depends to us, right? Of course, if we move forward, all we want is to get back at it. And, we all heard this, that most successful people, it's not about how they fall, but how they bounce back, right? It's truer. It's truer for me as well. And I think we can all agree that that's basically what we need to do. But talking about legacy here, from here on out, it's really crucial for us, whether you're younger or much older right now or in your midlife. Today is going to be the day, starting right now or today, whether you have decided it or you have plan of it already or you haven't, today is still a crucial day for you to build your legacy about, leaving a dent in this universe. We've been talking about for the past few videos, because that's one of my desires in our hearts, to really share this desire, because not all of us have that desire. And it's godly. It came from God. And we all know that what came from God is it's full of joy, full of peace, full of meaning, full of purpose, right? And we should strive to, with His help, to attain that, His desires. And our desires, you can know that the desire, because there is no neutral desire. There is no your desire, and then there's God's desire, there's worldly desires. There's just godly desire and not His desires. And all the desires are not from Him. I'm telling you right now, if you don't know yet, it doesn't give meaning, doesn't give purpose, doesn't give life. Yes, it will give you happiness at some point, but I assure you, I bet my life to this, that you will regret at the end of the day after that. So yeah, it's really important for us to realign our desires, because talking about earlier, we have this freedom, we have this will, we have this stake, we're ownership, accountability, responsibility in our own decisions. And those decisions, steps that we will take moving forward, the foundation of it's gonna be, the question is it a desire from God or not? That's why, of course, we don't have time. It's really important for you to be part of a godly community, a Christian community. I encourage you to be part of it, and they will be the one to encourage you to do spiritual disciplines, and reading the Bible, praying, and serving, maximizing the gifts that you have, because we all know that we all have gifts from Him uniquely. And these are not just training ground, but an exploration for you, an adventure for you, wherein it will be a safe place, definitely. But at the end of the day, your legacy is determined by what desires are you stepping into or living into. Is it a godly desire or not His desires? It can be from enemy's desires, or our fleshly desires, or worldly desires, which is temporary. And the least thing we want to happen is we will leave this earth, and we all are, and we will have this regret that how we wish I follow God's desires, live a life intentionally, to serve Him, to value other people, take care of myself, take care of my family. That's it for me. See you in the next video. Bye for now.